Hi everyone, this is Brenda with AOMed. Today I am going through the features of the Dianson 310. First of all, I wanted to let you know that this does 4 treatments in one machine. You do get the cart and you do get 2 diamond tip tornado tips, an electroportation tip, the hydro tips as well. And the 4th feature that we're going to be going over is going to be the ultrasound. So the other thing that I wanted to share with you is that you get a 3-in-1 Hydra Exfoliator. Now this is going to have malic acid, tartaric acid, it's going to have salicylic in it, and the NMF feature on this. So it does 3 things in one. It's all combined together. It's going to be your hyaluronic. It's going to go in and hydrate the skin, heal the skin, and it's all in one solution. It's wonderful. Now this solution you can actually use with your machine. You can also use it as a toner type of product just by putting a little bit on a cotton round and applying it that way. You can also use it as a body treatment. So if you're getting ready to do a body treatment and you just want to kind of help with a little bit of acne, a little bit of exfoliation, a little bit of peeling action, you can do that beforehand. And you can also do it after you shampoo. You can also do this. So that's a wonderful thing. So you get this and it goes on the back of the machine in the back. The other thing is this case, you get 2 types of diamond tip, tornado tips, that's your electroportation tip, and you're going to be using those tips with one handpiece. I love that it's not a super busy machine. You're trying to control all of the hand pieces that does different things. So it's one hand piece that you're going to be using for both of these tips and the electroportation. Okay? Now I also want to show you that you have your screens. I already turned it on in the back. You have your button on the front, and then you see your menu on the top that has the Diasono peel and the Sono 310. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the Dio peel, and then you're going to see you have the Diasono peel, the Hydro peel, and then you have your choice where you can set up 4 different users, pre-program it specific for them. You also, I'm going to show you how you can do the electroportation, and you're also going to clean your machine by using this as well. So we're going to go ahead and do the Diasono. The Diasono is obviously going to be your diamond tip, your tornado feature. Now make sure that you go to part 2 where I'm actually doing a treatment, but you're going to attach the tip here. All the solution comes through this and it sucks it back up into the waste jar in the back of the machine. Okay, so on the Diasono you can set it to sensitive, dry skin, normal, oily, blackhead, or for the body. Okay, so I'm going to go, just for instance, I'm going to give you a couple different options here. We're going to go to sensitive, and it's going to have the pressure on 10, the flow of 70, okay, and to go back to the other settings, say we want to do body, it's going to say 60 on the pressure because our body is going to be able to take more pressure, it's thicker, and then the solution part is 70. So to turn the machine on, it goes to standby, and then it goes to presetting after you hit the running. And it's 10 minutes for the treatment. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm going to go back to here, and then we're going to go to the hydro peel portion. So you just switch the head pieces out, and sorry I dropped it. The hydro peel is the clear one, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the sensitive on that. So the hydro peel on that is going to be 20 and 70 for the flow. Now if you feel like that there's a little bit too much flow or maybe not enough flow, you can adjust it by either the arrow up or the arrow down. Same thing with the pressure. Okay, so you can totally customize it. Again, you take it off of standby and then you go on running. Okay, I kind of like priming the tip a little bit, and then you're going that way. Now the first step again was the diamond tip tornado, where you're getting the exfoliating the top part of it off of the skin, and then you're going in, and I use the analogy of high pressure pouring your pores with this. So then you're getting the debris out, getting the salicylic, all the AHA acids, and the serums that's going to go in and hydrate the skin on step 2. Okay, so now I'm going to go on and I'm going to go back to the arrow, and then I'm going to change my tip out again, and I'm going to show you the electroportation. So the electroportation is going to go on the same headpiece. So you're doing 3 different tips to the one headpiece. On the electroportation, you're going to be having your client, or you're going to, as a client, going to be holding this in your left hand. And what you're going to do with this, the technology behind this is you can totally customize the treatment based on what serums that you're pushing down. So this is going to be whatever serum you pick. It can be, like, I like using a brightening serum if I'm addressing pigment. If I'm addressing texture, I'm going to be doing maybe the cicatrix. I can push other serums down in there based on what your client needs or what you need. So I change the tips out. I'm going to hit the electroportation, and then I'm going to hit standby. Oh, hang on. I'm going to go back here. You want to make sure that you kind of set whatever skin type it is. So let's go ahead to sensitive. I'm going to go to electroportation here. Okay, so you're going to start. Now, let me show you this. You don't necessarily have to have the other buttons on because we're dealing just with electroportation. It's going to go from 10 all the way up to 100, okay? You want to start off slow or on a lower setting. I typically would start off at 10 or maybe 20 and kind of build up. You don't want there to be a lot of current and it to be uncomfortable for your client, so I recommend starting off low. Again, they're going to be holding on to the grounding bar, and then you want to make sure that you apply a pretty good amount of serum on their skin and on the tip of this. You don't want to be moving it around, this way, but you're going to be pushing it, okay? Because you want to have that serum gliding. Again, go to part 2 where you can kind of see how I'm doing the treatment. Again, this says 10 minutes. You can adjust it however you need to, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the arrow. Now, to get back to the home screen, you can either arrow back or you can go to the home screen. And then the 4th feature is the sonogram, okay? Now, this actually has a 3 megahertz and a 10 megahertz. So it's a dual action on the sonogram. This is your sonogram right here. And what this is going to do is you're going to have, with your initial purchase or whenever I'm doing the treatment on you, I'm going to be applying ultrasound gel that's going to be the conductor. And the reason why this machine is, well, one of the many reasons why this machine is so fabulous is because you have 8 pre-settings on the ultrasound. So I'm going to just kind of, you probably can't see the screen real well, but I'm going to tell you how you can customize it. You have an acne feature, a lifting feature, anti-aging, rejuvenation, wrinkle, sedation, tone, and bruising and swelling. So one thing that I want to let you know is that you can do, especially the ultrasound feature, before or after any other treatments that you do in your practice. So this is great for a doctor's office, this is great for a dermatologist's office, a solo esthetician, a medi-spa. All of those practitioners can benefit from this. Now, when I say that you compare this before or after other treatments, I'm talking about even injections, fillers, radiofrequency, acne treatments. So you have a feature on here, and I'm just going to show you this. So you have bruising and swelling. So we know that sometimes with injections, there will be some bruising. So when you set the dial on bruising or swelling, it automatically goes to the 10 megahertz and it says bruising and swelling. So you're going to have your your glide, which is going to be your ultrasound gel, and you're just going to be going over that area that's going to be helping healing and soothing. And it does have a little bit of heat, but it's not burning the skin. So you're having, with this, you're going down to the 10 megahertz, which is going down to about a 0.3 centimeter from the top of the skin. Okay, so I'm going to put that on standby. I'm going to go back. I'm going to show you, for instance, acne, because this is great for going in and soothing the skin with that. Now, when you go to part 2 of the video, you're going to see that the first 2 steps, which is your exfoliation part of the treatment, there's going to be a little bit of redness, a little bit of pinkness, okay? So when you go back and you do the electroportation and you're kind of going in and soothing the skin, pushing that product that's customized for your client down into the skin, then the 4th step is going to be the soothing part, okay? And that's where you're going to be soothing, and all of that redness is going to be going away pretty much by the time you finish the treatment. So with the acne, and you can see where you're on here, it says acne, it says the 3 and the 10 megahertz, so you're getting that dual action. You have the 3 megahertz that is on 30, and then you have the 10 megahertz that's on 50. Again, these are pre-selected. You can go up or down based on what your client's needs are. Okay, so again, you're using the ultrasound gel to push that down and go in and help heal the skin. This not only helps heal the skin after extractions or after you do the first couple steps, but is actually going to help prevent acne scarring. You can do this for cellulite, for inflammation, for just about anything that you would have to do with on the body. So when you're doing this actually on the body, it helps with cellulite, and it helps with skin regeneration. It helps with immunity on the skin. This is really going to be the #1 treatment in 2021. We are sure of it. So I'm going to kind of go back here. I'm going to show you a couple other features on here. So we're going to go back to, let's go to lifting, because lifting, of course, everybody's wanting the lifting. And this would be beautiful after you do maybe radio frequency or before you do radio frequency. So you can go in and have that as a bundle with your treatment, or if you want to do both of those as a package deal when you come to see me here at Bella Grace. So the lifting is going to be 30 and 70, because again, you're creating that dual action of high frequency with both of those going on at the same time. So again, when you go on that presetting, it automatically defaults to standby. To take it off, you're going to just hit that, and then it's going to go to running. If you don't like the beeping in the back, you can totally turn the sound off. Most of my clients like the sound on. And then real quickly, I'm going to show you how you're going to clean the machine after each treatment. So you're going to go back to the home page. You're going to go to Diasono Peel, and you're going to see where it says cleansing. Okay, so when you hit cleansing, first of all, you're going to take your 3-in-1 exfoliator off the back of the machine, and you're going to put a bowl or a container that has hot water in it, and when you take it off standby and hit running, it's going to pull that hot water into the machine, and it's going to keep the tubes and the hoses clean. So it's going to just clean it out right there, and then the waste or the stickiness or whatever from that serum, because you want to make sure that you don't keep the hoses, the product in the hoses. So that's why you want to clean it off after each one. It's going to go into the waste jar, and that's how you clean it after each treatment. So it's easy peasy with that. I'm going to go ahead and show you that it also, the cart has a drawer so you can store all your tips and any head pieces that you're not using at the time in there. But again, you're getting your ultrasound, your electroportation, your Hydra peel, your tornado peel, which is your diamond tip, and your grounding bar, okay, all in one machine. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me on the information below the video, and make sure that you check out part 2 on how I did a start to finish treatment. Have a great day.